Today, Kawasaki announced the 2023 updates to their super popular parallel twin middleweights, the Ninja 650 and Z650. And there are a couple of choice updates, so in this video, we'll go through all of the details, as well as look at the stiff competition that they'll be up against in the next model year. So first up, both bikes now get KTRC or Kawasaki traction control, which is new for this year. Previous generations of this bike have been electronically pretty simple with no riding mode or advanced rider race to speak of, just ABS of course, which is mandatory in order for the bike to be legal for sale. But this year you'll get a traction control system with a few different settings. So firstly, off. So if you're not somebody who likes traction control intervention, or perhaps you're at the track and you don't want it getting in the way, then you can still turn it off. But there's also now level 1 for moderate levels of intervention, but still allowing for sporty riding, and then level 2, with which Kawasaki say that traction control intervention occurs earlier and is well suited to challenging riding conditions such as poorly surfaced roads, wet manhole covers, and cobblestones. Nice and specific there. All of this is managed through the full color TFT display that was already available on this bike, and it is a nice feature at this price point, especially given that it includes some smartphone connectivity, and that adds a whole bunch of extra features courtesy of the Rideology app. I should also mention that our channel sponsors Speedo Angels make a dash protector for this bike, and it only costs a few quid, but could save you hundreds if you scratch or damage the dash. So head to the link in the description to get yours, and you'll also find a 20% discount code down there for my viewers. And they sell products for most other new bikes from the major manufacturers, so do check them out even if you're not a Kawasaki-sty. Still, the question I've got around this traction control situation is whether you really truly need it on a 67 horsepower bike with 64 Newton meters of peak torque. It's not exactly going to tear up the road surface, but then again, I guess it's a bike that will be popular with beginner riders, and so it's probably one of those things that is better to have than not. But let me know what you think down in the comments. There's also some new fresh paint for both bikes. So previously the Z650 was available in candy lime green, metallic spark black, pearl robotic white, metallic matte graphene steel grey, or metallic spark black, metallic flat spark black. But for the new model year, there's metallic spark black, metallic flat spark black, but with the red accents instead of the green. There's a metallic matte graphene steel grey ebony, and then this metallic phantom silver, metallic carbon grey with the red wheels, which I reckon might be the best of the bunch. It's got a bit of that 50th anniversary edition about it. Very nice indeed, and a little more lively than the darker schemes that just get a few accents here and there of colour pops. As for the Ninja, there used to be lime green, ebony, pearl blizzard white, pearl robotic white, metallic carbon grey, and metallic matte graphene steel grey, whereas now there's an update to the lime green, so they've taken off the white panels and that makes it a little more green. Then there's a metallic matte graphene steel grey and ebony with green accents for a more stealthy aesthetic. That means the white one that was previously available is gone from the lineup, but come on, you just buy the green one anyway, obviously. Now, unfortunately, the price has crept up for both bikes ever so slightly, but they're still super competitive. So the Z650 previously ranged between $7,349 and $7,449, depending on which color choice, whereas now it starts at $7,399, so that's 50 quid up on the last model year. And so given that you now get traction control, I don't think that's too bad at all. If anything, it's quite good. I mean, see how you get on building your own traction control system. Definitely costs you more than 50 quid. For a little bit of context, the Triumph Trident 660 starts at £7,695, so that's a good 300 quid on top. Although, to be fair to the Trident, you do get a fair bit more power, quite a lot of tech features, and a more refined feel to that triple cylinder engine. Then there's the V-twin powered Suzuki SV650, and that comes in at just £6,999, which is a snip, really, considering how good a bike it is. But perhaps the hardest one to resist, especially if you're on a budget, is the MT-07 at £7,200, which is a really fun bike to ride with a proper lively little engine. Still, it doesn't get traction control or the TFT display, and so if you like a bit of tech and the edgy Kawasaki looks, then an extra couple of £100 might not look too bad. Now, the Ninja 650 used to go between $7,599 and $7,749, but that one's also crept up a little bit. It's $7,649, so again, 50 quid on top. but again, not too bad for traction control. Now this one's going up against the Yamaha R7, which is a much more aggressive bike in its riding position, a lot more track focused than the Ninja, which is really quite an upright road bike with a fairing. But the R7 comes in at £8,400 because you get stuff like adjustable suspension and radially mounted brake calipers, so there's a little more performance, but of course that's going to push the price up. You've also got the Honda CBR 650R, which has plenty of power, quite a bit more than the other two, and that's because it's powered by their Revy inline 4, which gives it a proper sports bike feel and sound. It is a little more heavy though, and the price is $8,499, or at least for the 2022 model, and so again the Kawasaki comes in quite a bit cheaper. Certainly seems like an affordable way to get a little slice of the Ninja action. As always though, let me know which bike you'd pick down in the comments below, and if you're new here and you want to see more videos like this, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.